Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful sunrise and another nice day. I'm outside in the backyard collecting this first light in my eyes and on my skin. It's a cold morning today. I can see my breath in the air, but I'm embracing the environment and embracing the cold. Getting some cold outside on my skin is just a little bit of extra help to encourage my cells to create more light. So it's double the light when it's cold out. If you live in a cold environment, you still want to be getting outside as often as you can and getting cold because it will be helpful for producing light. As I've said before, our cells within our body emit light of their own, and when you get cold, it encourages them more to create even more light. So I'm going to hang out here in the sun, signaling my body it's time to start the day, keeping my circadian rhythm intact, keeping my biological clock ticking right on time, letting my body know that it's supposed to be doing the things that we're supposed to be doing in the morning. Starting to give me energy. As the sun rises, my cortisol will start to release so I don't get my cortisol spike late in the day. Start creating melatonin that I'll be able to use tonight when it's time to sleep again. All the processes that our bodies use for the 24-hour cycle begin in the morning, which is why it's so important that we get out here every morning and get this first morning sunlight. So I'm going to have my breakfast out here. I have 1 pound of raw grass-finished ground beef, and I have a little bit of salt added in for electrolytes. The nutritional profile of this raw grass-finished ground beef is the highest that it can be. I haven't lost anything in the process of cooking, so I get everything that I pay for this way, nutrition-wise. All the fat, all the protein, vitamins, minerals, metabolic water, everything. Nothing's been altered. We don't need to cook meat, and all we need to eat is meat. Alright, y'all. Well, the sun is officially popping up over the hills now, so I'm going to keep eating my breakfast and get a little sun gazing in while I'm back here. So it's going to be a good day. I hope you guys all get out and see the next sunrise that you can and eat your meal while you're doing it. So let's start the day. Good morning, everybody. What's up, y'all? I'm out in the backyard right now getting some sunbathing in. It's afternoon, so the sun is high up in the sky, so it's giving off powerful sunlight, powerful UV, powerful infrared, near infrared light, the full spectrum sunlight that our bodies need for our biology to function properly. I'm very grateful that I live in an area where even though it's almost mid-October now, I'm still getting these good sun signals in the middle of the day. So I'm out here getting as much of the sun on my skin and in my eyes as possible, trying to create as much melanin in my skin as possible on my exterior, because later this evening, once the sun goes down and it gets dark, we use melanin to melanize the inside of our body, and to be able to pull melanin from the outside of our body onto the inside when it's dark after sunset, we need to be getting sunlight during the day. So it's really important that you get outside at this midday time so you can work on getting sun exposure, building up your solar callus, getting tan, because if you're getting tanner, if you're getting darker, that means you're creating melanin on your skin. And melanin is extremely important for every part of our body. We have melanin in all of our internal organs, inside our brain, inside the cochleas of our ears, in our eyes. It's everywhere. It helps our body be healthy, and we need to be able to melanize the interior of our body. So like I said, melanize the exterior of your body, your skin, by getting outside and sunbathing, so then you can melanize the interior of your body when there's a lack of sun. Because our insides, our cells, will create the UV light that they do, and when there's no light on the outside, when it's dark outside and we're not exposing ourselves to artificial lights, blue lit screens, and engineered overhead LED bulbs and other light bulbs of the sort that are isolated blue light, then our melanin will migrate to where the light is, which is inside of our body. So I'm going to hang out here for a bit, get as much of this nice sun as I can, and let it do everything that it needs to do for my health. I highly recommend you guys, I really encourage you, don't fear the sun. Get outside. We need these light signals for our health. It's the most important thing you can do, embracing the environment, getting the proper light signals so that your body knows what it's supposed to do, when it's supposed to do it, and so it has the ability to do all of the biological processes that it needs to do to help you achieve your optimal health. So get outside and embrace the sun. I just wanted to add a little bit to that last clip. Something that you won't hear in mainstream and centralized medicine is what I was speaking about to melanin, and it should be information that's readily available to you all. But you also won't hear that sunscreen is actually unhealthy. And I wanted to add that when you're doing this sunbathing, you should not be wearing sunscreen. Sunscreen's not good for you because it's preventing your body from getting the UV light that it needs. And if you're not getting the full spectrum sunlight, it's going to be harmful to you and your body won't be able to do the biological processes that it needs to do. So if you're wearing sunscreen, you're not going to be tanning. You're going to be blocking all the UV light. So you're not even going to be developing the melanin that you need. And it's also going to prevent you from creating vitamin D because UVB light creates vitamin D. So when you're wearing sunscreen, your body's not able to properly create melanin or vitamin D, which are both extremely vital for our health. I just wanted to add that in. I know that's something that a lot of us, including myself, have been taught since we were kids, was whenever you're out in the sun, put on sunscreen. But it's not true. Look into it further if you don't want to take me at my word for it, but I promise you, when you're wearing sunscreen, you're defeating the purpose of being out in the sun. And the same goes for sunglasses. We need to be exposing our naked eyes to these light signals. We don't want things blocking the thing that's keeping us healthy, which is the sun. So when you're outside doing this sunbathing or just outside in general, don't wear sunscreen. And if you're someone who has fair skin and burns more easily, that means you just need to limit your exposure to shorter amounts of time at first. You need to build up. Just like any type of skill or anything that you're a beginner at, you start slow. So little by little, you can build up your sun exposure. All right. All right, y'all, it's dinner time and I'm outside in the front yard getting ready to eat. Still collecting this good sunlight, still have my bare feet on the earth, picking up free electrons through both sources. I'm going to eat this dinner to break it down into even more electrons for more energy so my body can do what it's supposed to do. For dinner today, I have 1 pound of raw grass-finished ground beef, the highest quality nutrition that we can get as humans. It's the only thing we can eat exclusively and have no nutritional deficiencies. All we need to thrive and have optimal health is meat. We don't need anything else. There's no other food on the planet that you can eat exclusively and have no nutritional deficiencies except animal products, meat specifically. And if you can eat it raw, that's the best. You're not losing anything in the process of cooking when you eat it raw. So it has the full fat content, full protein content, full mineral content, all the vitamins, all the micronutrients, all the metabolic water. The list goes on for everything we need, and it's right here in this food. This is what we evolved to eat. This is what we're made to eat. You don't need anything else. Cut out all the processed foods. Get rid of all the sugar. Don't eat the vegetables. If you don't like them, don't eat them. You don't need them. You don't need the fruit. You don't need the nuts, the seeds, the grains, nothing. We just need meat, and we can eat it raw. If you can't eat something raw, don't eat it at all. So I'm going to get into my dinner, keep stacking these quantum habits while I'm outside, and enjoy the day. I really hope whatever you're having for dinner is of equal nutritional value to me. This is one of the steps we can take to achieve our optimal and our highest level of health. So I highly encourage you guys to eat this way, and I hope you're doing it.